Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly.
So for the last, I don't know, 7-8 years, because I'm a big fucking dork, well, sexy dork, let's just keep it real here, with a beautifully bald shaved head that comes across as a goddamn Adonis professional MLG gamer. But because I'm a dork and all the other stuff I just previously said, I've gone and gotten Call of Duty every goddamn midnight release for the last 7 or 8 years. And on the West Coast here, they don't actually do it at midnight. They do it at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, because that's just how they fucking do it. So the last 7 or 8 years, I've gone out and got Call of Duty. I've gotten early from fucking people who worked at stores who fucking know who I am, and they appreciate the blowjobs I give behind the dumpster before I get the game, and they give it to me early. And so I just called up my local EB Games, or GameStop. In Canada, we call it EB Games. In America, they call it GameStop. And I asked, hey, I'm just making sure you guys are doing a midnight release for the new Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare. And I did say it like that to them, and they hung up on me. So I called them back, and then I asked them a question properly. And they said, no, we don't have enough pre-orders. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, we're not going to do it. We have to have 200 pre-orders in order for it to make it viable for us to do a midnight release, because we have to pay for security and all that other hoopla when the mall closes down to let you fucking big gaming dorks, retards with poor taste in video games that come in here and get your shitty Call of Duty. So I started to panic a bit, thinking, what the fuck? I have a tradition here. I always get Call of Duty early. It's kind of fun to do. I go out there and get it. If I can come home, play it, feel like a fucking super geek, and I just what I like to do. So I started calling around all the other EB Games, GameStop, wherever you want to fucking call if you live in America, and I'm getting the same answer. No, we don't have enough pre-orders. No, we're not going to do it. And finally, I found one store in the whole goddamn area that's close to me that is going to actually have a midnight release of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. But this is like the first time ever that I haven't seen a nationwide or every store at least having a midnight release of any Call of Duty ever. So obviously, at least for this year, this Call of Duty is straight fucking eating shit. But also at the same time, I know a lot of people have purchased the game online or have purchased it digitally, so it doesn't actually add up all the pre-ordered copies at the stores that people are getting as hard copies. But here's the same thing though. When you add up all the hard copy and all the digital pre-orders for this new Call of Duty, infinite dog shit, they are really staggering low. I mean, they're like 1/17 of Black Ops 3. I think Black Ops 3 had 2.5 million pre-orders. There's like 250,000 pre-orders right now for Call of Duty Infinite Failure. Still higher than Battlefield 1, though. But people are obviously tired of this spaceman boost jumping bullshit Call of Duty for the most part. I mean, I think it was super stupid for Call of Duty or whatever Activision to have 3 studios put 3 futuristic wall-running boost jumping Call of Duties back to back to back. They should have definitely put like a boots on the ground somewhere in here, old school Call of Duty, because otherwise I don't think we'd be having this issue. And also, of course, we put on the fucking supply drops that Black Ops 3 fucking completely made everyone hate them for. But that's another day, another fucking dollar, that's another discussion. But like I said, for this year so far, Call of Duty is definitely dying. But, however, my friends, there is a silver lining to this dog shit goddamn cloud. I have some inside info as to what the next Call of Duty is going to be. Apparently, Sledgehammer Games was working on a Vietnam boots-on-the-ground Call of Duty, but killing gooks worldwide ain't too goddamn popular with anyone else who doesn't live inside of America. So they're moving to a Cold War type goddamn Call of Duty boots-on-the-ground game where they're hoping to stab and kill while some guy with no shirt rides around on a horse named Vladimir Putin, who may or may not be my dad. I guess it'd be kind of like Black Ops 1, I guess, because Black Ops 1 was kind of like back in that time, 1970s, 60s or whatever, with fucking people doing heroin, then coming back home and fucking being strung out and not having jobs and shit, and leading to a goddamn epic of heroin overdoses in the inner cities. But here's my thing. I wonder if the damage done by this year's horribly received Call of Duty, I mean, can it be rectified next year if what I'm saying turns out to be true, that they have a boots on the ground? Or is this actually just the beginning of the end? I mean, I don't fucking know. Call of Duty is still fucking selling more games than anybody else, but it surely has definitely started a downward spiral towards death. But I don't know, man. I don't know if it's going to be rectified, but definitely Call of Duty this year is eating dog shit aplenty with nuts. And with all this being said, Call of Duty, at least this year, is probably going to be the worst received Call of Duty fucking ever. Will it come back and rise from the ashes like a phoenix? Or is the damage done and people are moving on to other games and giving up on Activision and the Call of Duty fucking hype train? The future is yet to be seen. My name is 8 Thoughts. I have seen the future, by the way. I was abducted by aliens. They've done fucking crazy experiments with me and fucking anal probed me, put me up in a goddamn spaceship, and now I fucking see the future. And every time I'm near a microwave, my goddamn head starts to beep. And last but not least, y'all stay black But don't let the honky cracker reptilian shapeshifters building the moon base harp. They're fucking taking people up into spaceships and putting anal probes up their asshole. They're spraying chemtrails. 9/11 was most definitely a motherfucking inside job. You all think I'm joking? Just go Google Building 7. That shit'll blow your goddamn mind. The Earth is flat. The moon landing was fake by Stanley Kubrick. They're up at Bohemian Grove worshiping owl effigies. White man, bring you down!